Imagine waking up at 3:17 inches in the morning with a fever. Your throat feels like sandpaper. Your head is pounding. Your muscles ache. You reach for your phone, type your symptoms into a search bar, maybe grab ibuprofen, maybe schedule a doctor's appointment. Now, remove all of that. No medicina cabinet. No antibiotics. No painkillers. No hospitals. No diagnosis. No idea what's wrong. For over 300,000 years, every human who ever lived faced sickness this way. And yet, here you are, which raises a disturbing question. How did ancient humans survive without medicine for 300,000 years? The obvious answer is, they didn't. At least not most of them. Because for most of human history, illness was terrifying. A small infected cut could kill you. A rotten tooth could kill you. Food poisoning could kill you. A broken bone could leave you helpless enough for predators to finish the job. Fever without explanation. Pain without relief. Childbirth without surgery. Winter infections without antibiotics. Modern humans think disease is inconvenient. Ancient humans knew disease was war. And yet, somehow, our species didn't vanish. Because ancient humans weren't helpless. They were improvisational biologists. The first survival tool wasn't medicine. It was community. Archaeologists found one of the most astonishing pieces of evidence in Dmanisi, Georgia. A human ancestor dating back roughly 1.8 million years had lost every single tooth. Everyone. Think about that. No teeth means no chewing meat. No chewing roots. No cracking nuts. No survival. And yet this individual lived for years after losing those teeth. That means somebody fed them. Soft food. Chewed food. Cooked food. Someone kept a useless mouth alive. A lion with no teeth dies. A human with no teeth gets cared for. That changes everything. Because medicine doesn't begin with chemicals. It begins with compassion. Then came the second survival weapon. Fire. Most people think fire was about warmth. That's only half the story. Fire transformed human biology. Cooking food made calories easier to absorb. Cooked meat reduced dangerous bacteria. Boiled water, much later in history, could make water safer. Smoke helped repel insects carrying disease. Heat sterilized certain tools without ancient humans even understanding germ theory. They didn't know bacteria existed, but they knew what worked. And human history is full of that pattern. No theory, just brutal experimentation. Did that plant kill him? Don't eat that plant. Did smoke keep insects away? Keep the smoke. Did this bark reduce pain? Use that bark. That's primitive science. And it worked. Because ancient medicine wasn't based on textbooks. It was based on survival memory. Anthropologists believe medicinal plant use likely goes back extremely deep in human history, even if direct archaeological evidence is difficult to preserve. Plants rot. Leaves disappear. Knowledge leaves almost no fossil record. But behavior leaves clues. Take Neanderthals. At Shenadar Cave in Iraq, one famous skeleton showed severe injuries, including physical impairments that should have made survival nearly impossible. And yet he lived for years. That means treatment, kari, protection, recovery, not abandonment. Even more intriguing, chemical traces found in ancient dental calculus suggest some prehistoric humans consumed bitter medicinal plants. Not because they tasted good, because they may have helped. Think about how insane that trial and error process was. Imagine your tribe testing unknown berries, unknown roots, unknown bark. One causes vomiting. One causes hallucinations. One kills someone. One reduces pain. That's not primitive ignorance. That's pharmacological roulette. And over thousands of generations, humans built a biochemical library entirely in memory. No writing. Just oral transmission. Parent to child. Healer to apprentice. Generation after generation. Eventually, some remedies became shockingly sophisticated. Willow bark, for example. It contains salicin, the chemical cousin of aspirin. Ancient civilizations used it for pain relief long before modern chemistry isolated its active compounds. Honey? Natural antimicrobial properties. Used on wounds. Clay? Some types may bind toxins. Charcoal? Still used medically today in specific poison treatments. The strange truth is this. Ancient humans often discovered effective medicine accidentally. But not everything worked. Some remedies were useless. Some were deadly. And survival itself acted as the filter. Bad ideas killed their users. Good ideas spread. That's evolutionary medicine. But here's where the story gets darker. Medicine alone wasn't enough, because most healing depended on time, and time required protection. Imagine breaking your leg 40,000 years ago. You can't run, can't hunt, can't escape predators, can't carry water. If your tribe abandons you, you die. Immediately. But archaeology suggests they often didn't. Human survival was collective. That may have been our greatest medical breakthrough. Not herbs, not bandage, each other. Because healing is impossible if you're alone. Modern hunter-gatherer studies suggest social care remains central to survival. Food sharing, childcare, protection, emotional regulation through group bonding. Ancient humans likely survived not because they were individually tougher, but because they were socially stronger. Then there was one invisible killer modern people underestimate. Infection. This was the true monster. Before antibiotics, bacteria ruled the world. A tiny puncture wound could become a death sentence. A splinter could lead to sepsis. A tooth abscess could spread into the bloodstream. And unlike predators, infection never slept. So ancient humans became obsessively practical. Clean flowing water when possible. Smoke drying meat. Fire-treated tools. Wound cleaning rituals. Isolation behaviors in some cultures. None perfect, but enough. And then childbirth. This may have been the single most dangerous human event. Modern medicine has made childbirth dramatically safer. Ancient childbirth was biological Russian roulette. Human babies have enormous heads. Human pelvises are constrained by upright walking. That combination makes birth unusually dangerous compared to many mammals. Maternal mortality was likely devastatingly high. Infant mortality even worse. And yet women developed astonishing survival systems. Experienced birth attendants, traditional positioning methods, herbal labor support, postpartum care rituals, communal enfant care. Again, not modern medicine, but structured survival knowledge. Then dentistry. Yes, dentistry. Ancient tooth problems were catastrophic. An untreated abscess could kill. And yet, archaeological evidence from later prehistoric periods shows rudimentary dental intervention. Tooth scraping, drilling, pressure relief. Imagine the pain. No anesthetic. Stone tools. Someone holding your shoulders. But pain is better than death. That was ancient medicine in one sentence. Pain is better than death. And here's the part modern people rarely consider. Ancient humans may actually have avoided some diseases we created. No dense cities, no industrial pollution, no ultra-processed food, no hospital superbugs. Many epidemic diseases exploded only after agriculture packed humans and animals together. So prehistoric life was medically brutal, but not identical to modern disease environments. Different dangers, different trade-offs. And maybe the biggest survival advantage wasn't treatment. It was selection. Harsh, merciless selection. This is uncomfortable, but true. Many didn't survive. Children died. The vulnerable died. Infections killed fast. Weak immune systems disappeared from the lineage. The humans who survived passed on resilient genetics. You are the descendant of the biological winners of hundreds of thousands of years of impossible filtering. That's why this story matters. Because ancient humans didn't survive without medicine. They survived with a completely different definition of medicine. Medicine was fire, memory, plants, trial and error, community care, pain tolerance, observation, social intelligence, adaptation, and sometimes sheer luck. Today, you panic when your pharmacy closes early. Your ancestors faced infection with nothing but smoke, leaves, and the hope that somebody in camp had seen this before. And somehow, through compassion, experimentation, intelligence, and brutal evolutionary pressure, they carried your bloodline across 300,000 years. So, next time you swallow a pill without thinking, remember this. Modern medicine is extraordinary. But the real miracle came first. The fact that humans survived long enough to invent it at all.